how do you defeat two forces of nature? How do you defeat characters that don't take damage normally? How do you defeat two Yonko? Okay guys, Sean here, and today we're going to discuss the tactical mistake made by the Straw Hats in the Alliance. The fault is shared not only by the Straw Hats but the Mink rulers as well. Now when I'm talking about the Mink rulers, we obviously think of Nekomamushi and Ino Arashi. Ino Arashi and Nekomamushi traveled with Roger for a while, so they know Big Mom. The Straw Hats also saw what Big Mom was able to do in Udon prison. Certainly, the members of the Beast Pirates know Big Mom since her and Kaido possibly have been going to and fro for a while now. The Alliance also was able to see what Big Mom was capable of in Udon prison. But ever since I read the last chapter and saw the guys strategizing on what they should do, they actually have a very big numerical disadvantage to overcome. But what I think is a tactical mistake is the fact that the Straw Hats have forgotten to factor in the fact that Big Mom seldom travels alone. That must mean that if Big Mom is on Wano, certainly her kids are with her as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if the kids have also been invited to the celebration in Onigashima, which is the fire festival. That would mean that Big Mom also counts an army which is of unknown number of men, but obviously has executives who are extremely strong, characters such as Sparrow, Smoothie, and even Daifuku. So certainly Big Mom herself and her children are a force to be reckoned with in this arc. The plan seems to be too focused on defeating Kaido to the point where a certain mistake, because we know there is someone who's snitching on these guys, could lead to the demise of the plan. I don't know whether they're actually going to discover the identity of the traitor before they get to Onigashima, but it feels like Kinemon would obviously have to fight the enemy, especially if he's one of the Scabbards. You guys must have watched my previous video and I said it is possible that the traitor is Kanjuro. So Kinemon versus Kanjuro I'm rooting for, because we haven't seen Kanjuro do anything, and I won't be surprised if he's a very strategic and strong character. Now the mistake that the Straw Hats, Ino Arashi and Nekomamushi to an extent, because Neko hasn't arrived yet in Wano, but I'm sure that on his way he's going to be bringing forces, which would mean that Frankie asking for more ships to have a lot of space would obviously be to accommodate the forces Neko is going to be bringing. So to an extent I believe that the Minks and the Straw Hats are at fault here, because once they get to Onigashima and start the raid, they'll obviously be faced with Kaido's forces, but suddenly they'll also witness Big Mom's forces joining the fray, and Big Mom's forces themselves are no joke. So it would lead to a lot of civilian casualties. By civilian I mean samurai casualties, and that will obviously be on the hands of the strategists, those who created the plan and set it forward. So the deaths of all these guys is also going to be on the hands of the Straw Hats, because I don't believe that you have a war where civilians and obviously soldiers don't die. So that was a flop and a tactical mistake by the Straw Hats, not factoring in Big Mom into their plan. Now Big Mom might snitch on Kaido, which might lead to his defeat, but since they have said that they wish to ally themselves at least temporarily for now in order to conquer the world, then fight against each other to the death, which seems to me quite trivial since Big Mom herself has a different ideology to that of Kaido. So it actually opens up the possibility for her to snitch on him, but because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I think that Big Mom might also ally herself to Kaido in truth, and that would mean that her forces would have to fight the combined forces of the Alliance. Even if the Straw Hats are able to muster their Grand Fleet, which is just probably over 5,000, that would mean that they would have a force of just roughly around 10,000. Even if Nekomamushi is able to muster some forces on his way back, they would probably total just over 1,000 or 2,000. That would mean that they would still be on a numerical disadvantage of over 18,000 plus Big Mom's army. So that definitely means that the Straw Hats are going to have to win this battle with strategy and not numerical advantage, which would mean that Law would possibly play a very important role, but not only he, Kid as well would also have to play a very important role. So I'm really waiting to see how Oda is going to move forward with this, but I think that the Straw Hats really made a strategic mistake the not factoring in Big Mom into the equation. Now, this is not yet confirmed, and Oda could actually make it play in such a way that they have factored in Big Mom into their plans, such that some characters will be sent to deal with Big Mom personally, but still having not factored Big Mom's children will also prove costly. Then there's also the fact that Big Mom might end up taking Zeus back from Nami, but still, if Big Mom takes Zeus from Nami, that would mean that there will not be no need for her to go with the others to Whole Cake Island for the second time, because obviously she would be weaker than the way she was in Whole Cake Island. Zeus does provide a power boost for Nami, so I still think that at the end of this arc, Nami will still own Zeus, and the Straw Hat will have to go and fight Big Mom in Whole Cake Island. So let me know your thoughts about this. Do you guys believe that the Straw Hats made a tactical mistake, or do you guys believe that everything is going to be alright and the Straw Hats will come out on top without a lot of damage, which I think is not possible, given we also know that the Marines are going to get to Wano at some point, so this could actually turn pretty sour easily. Then there's also the open possibility that Blackbeard using Moria as a diversion could also get to Wano. So there are many things that we actually have to discuss in this arc, but I just wanted to give you guys a couple of points and something to think about. So that's basically it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this. Subscribe to the channel, share the video if you liked it, and if you think it was worthwhile. And as always, people, I'll see you guys real soon. Have an awesome day.